Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. And today we're having a world tour. So I'm hoping that you're not all wondering where I've been. It's been a few months off, I don't know everything. Basically I've had a bit of time to myself, figuring things out at work again. I know I keep saying this every time I have a break. But yeah, no videos, no streams, been figuring stuff out. Plus, I think the main thing with a lot of people that do make videos and streaming is motivation, and I've not had much until about 3 to 4 weeks, no, 2 to 4 weeks ago. Um, yeah, when the about a month ago, over a month ago now, when the 1.17 came out, I sort of started watching a bit of Hermitcraft, and I got really motivated for the game, and I'm playing it, and I've been playing it for quite a while now. If you go to my statistics, you can see I've been playing for time played 6.83 days. Time World Open 7 days. Yeah. Basically, I have been grinding my ass off. I've loved this, and I'm just soon going to start work on my mega base. I'm doing that because I'm not sure if it's going to be mega or if it's not. But yeah, also face cam, of course, because I'm beautiful. But let's get on with it, shall we? So just give a little world tour and everything. This is a 1.17 world, just a bit of information. And I have a couple mods in here, just utility mods, like a top left, behind my name, probably see a little bit around the edge. There is a information bit like the F3, but it differently. I have this F3, it's improved as well. I also have something that allows me to have light level on and off, and see slam chunks on and off, as you can see outside. It's also a very useful utility mod to see spawning ranges and everything like that, and despawn range, which I have been using myself through this this menu right here. But anyway, let's crack on with the tour. So this is my little house. It's my starter house. This is where I started off. A few chests and everything. Still living here at the moment. I'm just before starting work on my mega base, and we'll get to that at the end of the video. I have an ender chest with a few shulker boxes. I need to get more shulker boxes. I've used some for that. I didn't plan to. Yeah, and I do apologize for that message, that little beep right in the middle. But yeah, let's go outside and give you a little tour around here. So this is obviously the starter house. You can see outside. This is what I started with. I explored a little bit. You know, I thought, I spawned over on this hill over there, right? Saw this, and level portal. I was like, "Oh, perfect! Make level port there, make it look nice into a hill and everything." I haven't finished that yet. And then I thought, went over there. I was like, "I don't want acacia." Had a little wander, and I was like, "You know, I've never actually built in a desert before. Give it a try." So I made this little place. Started with a little hut on the hill, and that's how it started. The hill originally was a bit layer up, but I took it all down my first day with stone tools, and yeah, I'm quite proud of it. Honestly, this is one of my nicest builds that I've done. There's still a few kinks in that. I'm not a great builder, but it's quite good, I think, for what it is. I'm quite happy about this part here. I like this part, except for that there. But yeah, I got myself a horse in the first few days. I've not used him since. Made him a little bed for my farms. But yeah, that's how it is. We have a little path here connecting all my buildings up. Okay, my base. Just so it's connected and it's not just building here and there. It was so boring and dull beforehand, and since I've added these paths in, it's just made it look better. I don't use them, but they're there. This is my little wheat field, which I use at start of game to get some bread. I don't really use it anymore, only for like animals really. The glowstones bushes, of course. If you go over here, this is the enchanting room, my enchanting table and everything. I've got that on top of there because this one's about to break, and I put it on top just when it breaks, it just falls down. And here's a bit of lapis. Brewing area, which I have some weakness potions. I'll show you why I got that in a second. And down here you have a bit of storage. You've got enchanted books, which I haven't got too many because the rest are somewhere else. You'll see later in the video. And a few enchanted items. I forgot how that. Yeah. Oh, Potions bottles, but they're not in there. And potion stuff. That's all in here. This is this little basement. I am quite happy with these little shelves though. Probably a couple, like maybe a bit of spruce in the corners or something, make it look better. But I am pretty proud of it, and I probably could make them glow. How can you make them glow? Well, it's a new thing in 1.17. Have you ever heard of a glow squid? Well, I have. I voted for them. Ooh, I'm one of those rebels that voted for the thing that we got that nobody wanted, except me. But anyway, oh, I do love glow squids, and they do provide quite a good feature. And the reason why I voted for them was because of their glow. If you looked in the videos and stuff they sent, it was their glow in the ocean, and I love it. I love it when you go that mining or in the ocean, you see them flying, swimming around. I do. I think they're a brilliant addition, and I would love to make an aquarium in the future with them in. I made some axolotls as well. But yeah, that's the enchanting room. We go down here, we've got a little tree farm. I do need a bigger tree farm than this, so I'm going to make a bigger one in the future. But it does me for now, it gets me what I need. However, sometimes I have to come down with bone meal and get some more wood because you'll see in the future. You'll see. Over here, got the Nether portal, which we will explore later on. But I've not really done much work to this. I've cleared it out a little bit with sand, and I'm going to make it look a bit more natural as it's coming into the base a bit more instead of just being a blob. Because when you spill paint, you have a splat, and it will have little lines coming out, won't it? Like vein lines. It won't just go circle. So that's how it's going to be in the future. This is my little mining hut going down to my mine, which goes down to copper level there and diamond level at the bottom. Not used it in a while though. I've got a different mine now. Then if you follow this path right around past him, hello, you go to my animal farm. Now here was a path that was quite hard, but I do think it suits it quite well. Of course, got the carpet trick. What's in there? Oh, it's like that. We've got the cows and the sheep. I'm not getting any more sheep because the grass is struggling to grow already, so I've left them like that. Whereas the cows has been full once or twice, but I've been going ham. I was wondering what this barrel is for. It's for the wheat, so I have a stockpile next to the animals. This is the animal farm wheat, not mine. And going off to the final two houses, if you go right round here, this one was a bitch to find which way to put the path. So in the end I had to go right round. I did a path over to there, and I thought I'll go here, because otherwise I have to go right round the tree farm and down. But if you go into here, you can probably guess what it is already. Wait, this is one of my proudest builds as well. Look at it. Honestly, oh, I love that build. I really like this thing here, the chimney. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. In here is my mini smelter. It's a 4-furnace smelter, and I've also got a furnace to the side. As the minimum I put into this is probably 32, half a stack. As I do 8, 16, 24, 32. And I'm a quite efficient player, I don't want to waste coal. So, for anything under 32 or odd number, I have this, which I could put multiples of 8 in, and say I could put like 16 and 24 in, and it'd be fine. But yeah, you have this. Is all a bit complicated really. I would show you how it works, but I ain't got items on me. But basically, you have input and fuel. Put input in here, put the fuel in there, wait a little bit. Just wait a little bit. This light tells me if there's any items in either of the hoppers. I did that for no reason. Oh, I did that. I thought it was utility at first, but it's actually been useful. But anyway, that's how it is. Oh, is it hoppers or is it? This is a while ago. I built this. It's like the first week. Actually, it's in the chest. But yeah, it just tells me if it's all gone or not. Basically, I think that's what's going for my head. But then I thought, oh wait, there's a hopper there. You haven't detected that. Naughty, naughty. But yeah, and then here is the switches. Obviously, this is my start of the world. I didn't know how to set up auto dropping off or auto collection systems for the minecarts. So I have this manual system here where you pull a lever and it sends it off. But I am quite proud of this build. I love building this in my first week. Brilliant. It's my second building I've built. I loved it. Right, now, before I go over here, you can probably tell by the lectern what it is, but I've set myself a rule: no trading or bartering. However, that came to a problem in my first couple of weeks, where how am I going to get mending? Yes, there's a chance of getting it through the end cities, But that was a long way for me to get it at that point. So yes, yes, I could have got it through fishing, but that's not automatable now because they've made it so you have to have a huge pond for it or lake. And yes, I could have got it through what's it called? Or something else. Get another way, but there was a reason for it. So the only way I could get it that was good for my stage of the game and was not extremely difficult to get was trading. So I've allowed myself one villager to trade. And I can only trade him for emeralds or the mending book. But I wasn't going to go any further because I know how much of a bitch they are to do with the curing and everything. But then I left this open one night. A baby zombie got in there and turned him. So I killed him. And I got a 1 emerald deal. Sick, dude. Oh, this was just luck, and I just went over. That's why I got bottles in there for this deal. But this is the only village I'm trading with. I can use them for other things like iron farms and just for pleasure of killing them. But this is the only time I'm going to trade with them. Is this one guy? I'm not doing any bartering or anything because they are villagers and bartering. But trading and bartering are really OP. So I don't want to do anything that's too overpowered in this game like that unless I put the time and effort in. For the time and effort you put into these guys, it's not worth it. I mean, it's not worth it. It is too easy. So, yeah. So, you'll see in a minute when I get to my industrial area what it's like over there. But let's have a fly and see what it's like. Hello, industrial area. You are beautiful. Alright, the first thing you'll notice is this guy. Then it'd be that guy. Then it'd be this guy. Then it'd be this guy. This is the biggest project I've done ever in Minecraft. This was a 12-hour project. 8 hours mining the hole out and 4 hours building the farm, testing it and sorting it out. That's not even including the iron transportation there. Oh my fucking god. But let's get back to that in a second. That was just a little teaser. First of all, I've got to show you the FK one. And down we go. Now, this entire industrial area started off with one thing. Oh, hello, Snapchat. It started off with a spider spawner. Here it is. Let's see it. Do this. I can see it. It's in there. I promise you. I promise you. It's in there. So I set up a spider farm. Now, I've done one of these in the past, but I know how shit spiders are, so I made it. It took me the entire first week, well, second week actually, I think it was, to build this thing and test it and make sure it's actually completely okay to use. And it works. And it does work. There's a few kinks here and there, but it does work. And I had a chest here and everything. It was all sorted. This for any crafting. Yeah, it does work. It's beautiful, honestly. And got me some XP at the start of the game. Then I made this thing. That's right. I made a mob farm. Now, this mob farm, if I go into spectator mode, this mob farm is not the biggest, but it is quite efficient for its size. Now, my room is on really dark now. If I go to the light area, whoa. But yeah, it's very efficient. Like, obviously there's the few kinks and that, like, but basically this mob farm is on a timer system. You go over here, see a timer, either hopper clock, where it will spill water and take it in. Now it could be even more efficient, but I just didn't have the effort. This was when I was like very limited as to knowledge, as in the basics. I think my knowledge is still quite basic, but I've sort of seen people's ideas and done it and changed it up and stuff. And I do apologise from where I can. It's shit. But let's carry on. So basically the mobs spawn up here, they fall off into the water, it pushes them over here. Now, what could you do about spiders came? They'll crawl up the walls. Boom. Actually, just today. I'm an idiot. But yes, it's the same as in the spider farm, which is right down here. The spiders will spawn. There's a spawner, and they will go up here. Oh, I feel like climbing today. They climb up, go up here and think, oh, this is nice and cool. Oh, silky. And then they go, oh, I can't breathe, and they die by suffocation, or drowning in this case. But yeah, that's how we sort the climbing problem of spiders. But Kane, it's only a one-wide hole. It's a 1x1 hole. Spiders are 2x2. I can't remember. 2x2. They can't fit in. Oh no. Okay, the filter system here. Obviously, I've got it switched off at the moment, because then this will allow spiders to walk up the wall and drown. Because I got a node system. I'll tell you about it later. But when it's on, it will go for here, go for this system here, bloom, 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 and fall into the spider farm. Whoa! Okay, it's so amazing. You did a filter system. Ah, yes, I did. But there's more. So, what happens if you get baby zombies? They can fit through a one-wide gap here. What are you going to do? I've got a system which puts blocks there. Ooh, and the spiders will climb up here and drown. The baby zombies will go into here and it will fall. Fall, I'd say. Fall. But Kane, how are you going to toggle it? Well, I'm glad you asked. Down here, I have, I'll go back into survival. I have a system. It says XP drops. So at the moment it's on drops. If I go to this, XP, it pulls out a stair. Wire stair? Well, that allows the XP to get in further. I used to do it with a block, but it didn't work effectively. With XP, we get stuck at the back. So I put stairs there and it still works completely. However, just as you just saw, there is the occasional problem of they will die. That is usually creepers. Yeah, that's how it is. And then if I go up there, the spiders will have their filter open and they can go through. Yeah, I've also got a little thing here just in case they try to climb there as well. There goes creeper. But yeah, my exact AFK spot is this block behind this one. It used to be this one. But with the dropper dropping the items into the waterways, it wasn't very you just get some inventory, see. So I had to stand here now, so don't go in my inventory and I'm only one block away from everything else. The reason why this block is out is up here, one punch man. Hiya! But yeah, that's how I do it. But I don't really use that anymore, and there's a reason why. I also have an on-off switch for lights up there, as I do with this one. But then I've also got this. Because I'm going to be FK here, and phantoms are a thing, I do have this this thing. I have a daylight sensor attached to these two things, which it will send signal to this one when it's daytime, and this one when it's nighttime. So if it's this one's lit up, I'll be like, oh, phantoms might spawn. I might have 5 more minutes. Or I can go, okay, yellow motherfucker, and go up get bubble later. But that's how it is. But that's not it. Let's go down here. It's only short fall that at first. Let's go. I haven't decorated anything, but this is the future storage system. Obviously, I've got every farm filtered into this, and I will go through them all, giving you a little teaser of them all. But yeah, I've got every farm going into this, water streams and everything. If I go to spectator to show you, yeah, I've set it up like this. This typical, I think it's the impulse design of the sorting, where you have that, the items inside. Actually, it's good ones filtered. There we go. Teaser. And they go through this system. Now I have them go into a honey block, as a honey block isn't exactly a whole block. So the items, if I go to this, are just over by 1 pixel. These blocks, so they go over these hoppers. Yeah, so the hoppers are in range of the hoppers to go into the things. But But then why these items go around the circle still? Wouldn't they despawn? Yes, that's the point. These items are the ones I don't want, or the ones that are overflowing. Overflowing. Which farms are overflowing, Kane? You've got 3 double chests per. Well, let me explain. It's getting really now, isn't it? What's this? Enderman? Enderman! You fucking with me again. Swear, Enderman no problem in this farm. There's a reason for why Enderman no problem in this game. I don't want to see my shit block. I'll turn it off now. Yeah, you can hear one of the farms, I think. But basically, let's go through all these tests and give you a little teaser of what they are. Nearly there. And that is the little teaser of all the chests. Yes, it was fast. That's the point. But basically, that's the teaser of the chests and everything. And I have all this space here for future chests and items. But I did run out of iron at this point. So, yeah. Wondering what these buttons are for. It's a slime trunk. And you can't stop slimes by spawning by using torches. So, yeah, I've got buttons. Are you pressing the button yet? You know what button I'm talking about. Like. Let's get on with everything. Yes, it does need decorating and everything, but yes. So, let's go up to the top, back to the industrial area, and show you each of the farms. Let's go into spectator mode to show you there. In spectator mode, boom. Right. So let's go to each of the farms and show what everything is. So this is the sugarcane farm. It works with a simple system. Observers on the top row, on the third block up of the sugarcane, and pistons below them. So they will push them off into the water stream. Yes, it's not completely loss prevention. Does that make sense? As some will, like here you can see, it will just land on that block. But with the size of the farm, I think it's okay to have that occasional loss. As you saw in the little teaser, I'm not exactly low on sugarcane from this. I'd say it's quite a little farm. So yeah, I was going to do an absolutely huge farm in the future, but this one's actually doing me quite well, and I have no other use besides books and rockets for sugarcane. So yeah, but it's basically a simple observer. Go put the redstone second out into the piston like that. Yeah, very simple design. Yeah, it's actually, I'd say it's my design, but I know a lot of people have done it before. I've seen this similar setup before where it's like this and this and this, but the actual build, like the automation is not my design, but the actual farm is my design, as the new collection system and everything. I did it myself without even looking at tutorials or anything, so I feel pretty proud about that. But obviously people have done more collection systems and everything before. And they all go down here into this auto dispensing dropper, which goes into the water stream. This over here is another farm I've got, a chicken farm. Now, it's not completely all sufficient here because the lava is fucked up again. I tried to fix it, but I just haven't got the knowledge, redstone knowledge for it to fix. So yeah, this is completely my design. This one is. I went through testing and everything, tried to improve other designs, and this is what I came up with. Now I've changed this so many times to make it more efficient, but the way I found was the best way was to just have this a constant clock, observer clock, running into certain blocks. And when there's any items in there, we'll push it in, updating this and putting a signal through with this, and go tick, 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 tick until the items are out of there. Now, the ones I've seen, it will only dispense one item. So I've done this, my design, quite a cheap one I think, where it will dispense all the items in there before releasing the signal. So that's how that all works. These observers in here, they run into this block, set off this. Now my idea was that they detect when the signal goes off. I tried it in different locations, it's not very good. This is the best I can do, where it detects the signal, puts it through into there. I've tried different ways. I've tried piston observers and other things. It's just not worked. And this is the best design I can come up with. It does have loss, but it's not a lot. You see these ones are perfect. If it was the opposite way around, perfect. Out, in. But yeah, there's a lot of chickens in there for it. And if you go over here, this is what I had before. My egg farm. It goes into the system as well. Over here, this is based off of another person's. I watched Cubfan on the Hermitcraft build this. He did a tutorial, did it on his Hermitcraft world of season 7, I think. I'm not actually a watcher of him, I just looked up Bee Farm. But yeah, it's a very simple one. It's not very... I wouldn't say it brings a lot of items in, but it does okay, because I'm not going to use honey blocks every day. I've only used one so far, and that's in my item sorter. But it does alright. I've got 3 bees in there that go over to the best flower in the game, the cornflower. The cornflower, pardon me. Don't know what happened there. Oh dear. And they just pollinate and stuff, and it has a random chance of using shears or bottles, and it's doing quite well, I think. Just put that out instead. Now this farm was a bitch. Not in its expensiveness, not in its size, but in how annoying it was. I did something wrong every time. Originally it was 6. That was a big mistake. But then them 6 produced none. I was like, why is it not producing none? I forgot to set the repeaters to 2 ticks. That's why. So then I had to sort that out. Then it produced some. But it produced, I think it was, in a night's AFK session, it was 20? Or some, I think 30 actually. It was 30 in a overnight. It's like, that's shit. So I increased it by this much. It's basic system again, with the observers go out to here. Now I have to set it to 2 ticks because the redstone torches are slow and they won't detect the redstone change from observer because observers are quick. So you put this 2 ticks in so it gives them time to update and set it off, and it will go. And that will turn them off, them on, and which push them. Very cool design. Again, not expensive as such. I mean, the observers kind of are. There's a lot of redstone used, and I do think it used most of my redstone up. But redstone's not hard to come by, so it's alright. It all goes into the system again. It goes down here. I had to put the collection over here, not centered, because of the slime farm. It goes into the system. I'll show you the waterways in a second. Now I'm going to go over to my past 2 days job. Now originally I wasn't going to do any sort of iron farm. Oh, 2 spawn. Nice. But yeah, I decided to do one. So I looked up iron golems, I looked up villagers, I looked up zombies, I looked up all sorts. And this is 100% my design. Now originally the only 2 things I took off somebody else was the villager setups here and the shaft. The shaft, the idea that I got somebody was I watched a tutorial and he said it needs to be at least 15 blocks so they're out of range of the villagers, so the villagers don't say there's a golem there. So I made it a few blocks taller actually because I don't see how it affects it, and they just fall down and die down the lava, as you can see right here. Now I knew the range and everything. I set up spheres using the mini HUD mod and of 8 blocks. And you can see how the range affected. But basically, when he's here, he's in range of them and not them. When he's here, he's in range of them, not them. And there's a system here which does it every 30 or so seconds and flips them around. Now it should be 30 seconds, but I did some testing and I looked at different amounts of items you put into the hopper clock. And the best I saw was, I think, what is it, a stack and a half, was it? Or... It's about a stack and a half. That's the best I saw. Now, a stack and a half is not 30 seconds. It's more like, I think, 20 seconds, 25 seconds. Actually, I think it's 22 seconds. But it does the trick, I guess. Now, 30 seconds, I can't remember which one it is, because there's a lot of seconds and stuff that happens. But I do believe it is the golems. Now, the golems, when they come here, will still be in sight of them until they fall to the bottom. When they hit the bottom, they can start spawning another one. Now, it's a bit funny. I was trying to configure it to spawn them every time it moves. So it goes over there, spawn 1. Over there, spawn 1. But like this, as you see, occasionally you get 2 spawns. I'm not sure the reasoning for these 2 spawns. I think it's just weird. And then also occasionally, towards the end just before he moves, the same villagers will spawn another golem. I mean, it's not affecting the rates at all, is it? Get the occasional 2 spawn that, but it is a bit odd. Yeah, and when I built this in survival, the original system had a bed here on both sides, but it wasn't working as such. So I moved the bed over here, and it's spawn-proof from the golems, and the villagers can't sit anywhere else after their sleep. So it's not actually affecting the farm at all, and it is working. So then when he's here, I've looked at these spheres and everything. These 2 beds are in range of him, so them 2 will wake up, giving them more chance of a villager panicking and alerting the other 2. Because that's how it works. One villager gets panicked, alerts 2 others, and that's when a golem spawns. And yeah, so I had to set these 2 beds to them range, so there's more chance of one being panicked. Because sometimes he would push, one would wake up, but he wouldn't panic. He just didn't. It was not a chance for him. Yeah, and these slabs are all in place for line of sight. So over here they can't see him, they can't see him there. And how it works, basically. And it's a very cool system. I could make this bigger collection system, so it's even more chance. But it's doing quite well at the moment, so I have a chance. And you have these waterway systems. I moved this one across 1 because I had one walking on the floor before. I think what happened is, this was exactly lined up with the wall, and if I fell off and hit here, but if I was to walk at all to the left, I would have hit the wall and I could have walked off. That's what happened. The guy walked off, so I moved it across and it's going down there. Now this system is not going straight into there, so I had these little waterways here to push him in. Right there. Very beautiful, my own design, and I'm extremely proud of it. And it's made me extremely happy. This wall here is to stop the iron golems from getting aggroed. They occasionally do, but over time another golem will spawn, hopefully, and push them in. That's that farm, and now to the Big Bertha. This 12-hour project. 8 hours mining, 4 hours building, testing, and redesigning. And that's not including the item transportation. This is my slime farm. This is a farm designed by Ilmango, and I followed his tutorial on how to make it. So this farm allows only slimes to spawn in this slime chunk. If I go up to the top, right here, and go for my slime chunk, you will see this is one. Now, I was going to set up more than one farm, but considering one farm took me 12 hours, I go here, I thought I can't. I'll just deal with the slow rates. But rates aren't the problem with this farm. It's the storage. This farm is the most efficient farm I've got. The most efficient farm I've got. It took me the longest, and it is shown. This is my one achievement that I'm extremely proud of. I know people have done it in the past before, and it's just like an everyday job. But this is one I'm extremely proud of. I love this thing. It's not the prettiest, I know, but I love it. Now, I have changed a few things and everything here and there. I've added these sort of walls in. In this tutorial, it doesn't actually say if you need a wall or not, so I put walls in because sometimes they were falling off. I also have buttons down because there's slime chunks here and there. I do have some problems with the collection though. Like these guys. These guys have stopped and I'm not sure what's going on. But this system will work and it's producing slime balls at such a rate that I don't need them. That shouldn't be in there. But yeah, I had to sort this out as well. Push it back 1 because what's happening is this was dispensing items here. I put items in the hoppers. Which put them in here. And when this one was set off, this would be turned off because there's items in this hopper. So it'll come back and just stop here. There's no power. So I had to push it back 1 and sort it out that way. These systems are beautiful. One of my most proudest achievements in Minecraft. But then, how are these all getting into the system? Well, I go up here, you see I've showed these little systems. A couple bits of redstone, 3 pieces of redstone, 2 power tools, and a few blocks. It drops the items down into their holes, which sends them into these waterway systems. Oh, hello. It sends them through on these ice, which helps items go faster so they have less chance to despawn. And over to the thing. There we go. See some iron go through. Now I use slabs so they can go underneath it, and because of the ice still being there, it has momentum to go across, and it goes through the entire system, right over to drop here into the storage, and it goes the same at the top. Do a little show. Goes into the water and through. Honey, dripstone, egg, chicken, and sugarcane all going through into this one stream down there. As you saw, sometimes you have sugarcane going too fast and it goes over here. Luckily, that's why I have no ice here. I mean, it's slow enough so it won't go over here and get stuck. Before it got stuck here, now I have a system that allows it to come straight through and then get enough momentum force from this way to come back in and down here. Go straight into the system. Same for our mob farm that has a waterway system. All the drops go into these two areas, which go into the water streams and through here. This world is one of my favourite, and I'd love to continue work on it. However, I worked so long on this world that I run out of videos to watch. I watch Hermitcraft, I watch a couple streams here and there, I listen to music, but you can only do that so many times. Say I watch 2 Hermitcraft videos a day, that's an hour. Say I watch a stream, that's like a 2 hour. That's 3 hours. I could be working on this for 12 hours. 12-hour play time. With 3 hours worth of content. You can only listen to the same songs a few times. Can't listen to it all the time. So yeah. But to show you another project I did. For the mob farm, this took me around 8 hours I think to light up. These caves. I sorted this out. Boom. So I can only see the caves I need to light up to have my mob farm at full efficiency and work. And to do so, I have to light up every cave, ensuring there's not one spawnable spot. Yes, there'll be the occasional one, but there's not one spawnable spot. I had to light up all these ravines. This one was such a bitch. I had to light up these caves here and here. Some I even had to mine to because there was no actual way to get to them. For example, this one over here, I had to mine up to go get to it. I couldn't find a way to it. Through spectator, so on and so forth. This is an 8-hour project, and a mob farm is my second proudest achievement I've done. Or actually, my third. My second is bitch over here. Completing my design. But yeah, let's get rid of that. So that's the industrial area. I've got my... Oh, I haven't shown you this. This is my starter sugarcane farm, and I've got a pumpkin farm there that I need only made for the iron golems in my slime farm. Now let's go over to my mining area. Here is the mining area. I have a beacon. Now I'll show you a way how I got the beacon when I land. It's a bit of a risky one to get down here because you can just... I do this, look. I could do that. Oh. But yeah, I have a few chocolate boxes ready, as I do have a project that I have in mind for this. I'm trying to collect a bit of stone for it. And I have a couple of bits in here. Yeah, I'm trying to collect stone. You see, I need 7 chocolate boxes of stone. It's quite a process. That took me 12 hours to get 3, so... 12 hours? 2 hours. And there's a few resources there. But this is my mine. This is my new one. It's basically all sorted. That's obviously a slime chunk, if you look. And yeah, obviously there's a few items on the floor. Did I leave ants on the floor? Naughty Kane. Naughty. Best block in the game. How dare you, Kane. How dare you desecrate holy andesite. Might actually make an andesite. Oh shit. Monument. But that's my quarry. Yeah. But let's go and check out the nether. Perfect. Welcome to the nether. Oh, it's a bit camped in here. Let's get out. Oh. What is this? I did this like 2 days ago. We'll get back to that in a minute. But this is where I spawned, this awful biome. Because the worst one is the basalt deltas, for sure. I had that on my last world. But this is probably the second worst biome. Could say the soul sand valleys are, but because it's slow. But if you have elytra, it doesn't really affect you. This is the worst one because of those dickheads. I've died like maybe twice actually, but they've almost killed me a few times throughout my gameplay. I think one day I get to the nether roof, I will have revenge. Revenge! But yeah, basically this is my area and everything. If I have a little fly over here, you can see I have a nether fortress in 3, 2, 1, here it is. I did set up this little area on a crossroads for with skeletons to spawn, but they seem to spawn them all over here. So I just go in a cycle for it. But yeah, I've got killed 2 withers, and I'll show you how in a second. Then if I go back over here, there's the portal. See, I go down this way, follow this path. Like, oh, what's that game? What's that? What's that? What's that? There's damage. This is one dangerous place. I've died here quite a few times. This is my netherite quarry. This took me about 4 hours, 5 hours in total, and I got all of it. All my items except for hoe, because we'll need that hoe. But yeah, I've died quite a few times once I got to around 30 ancient debris. I died like 5 or 6 times because of them. And them. Yeah, holes. But yeah, okay. But yeah, I gathered quite a bit of netherite from that as well. Gold and quartz. So, yeah. But now let's head into our... Oh, no. Let's try again. Let's head into this tunnel. Where does it lead? I bet most of you can guess, but give it a try. Ah! Now, I've just done this tunnel. Well, I've had it for a while, but I had to redesign it because I kept hitting the walls. There was like little overhangs here and there. So, yeah, I had to redesign it. Now, occasionally I do get little mobs spawn here and there. I've got to run here quickly. But this is a place that I like to call the fortress. Here we go. Now, I've lit it up, but it still can spawn, so let's go. Hello. And into the end we are. Now, before I show you my farm, I've done many times, very easy, but it's so good. I will quickly show you how I kill withers. Now, of course, I think everybody knows this sort of what's it called? The thing, the glitch, not bug. This trick. This trick. But yeah, you place down the soul sand on these, put the heads there, and it'll start suffocating right in the middle. You have to do it right centered. I thought them quick. I have to do it centered so its head is in that block right there, as it cannot destroy bedrock and start taking damage. And you can use damage it. Now I can't use this sword. I've used my one without knockback, because if you use knockback, they can get out. But yeah, it's just the way I've got my 2 nether stars. Just from that. The hardest part is with the skeletons. Now down here, an Enderman farm. I almost broke it earlier today. I hit the minecart. You go down here. And this is a very common design. It's a very common design of Enderman farm that people use, but I've also done bits out here of carpets and water, as they can't teleport on double carpet and they can't teleport into water, because if they teleport into water, they take damage. So yeah, that's how I got that. And it goes down to the void, because if I put blocks there, it will flood my area. But I've got a little some giants up here with books and that ready, and this is where all the rest of my books are. There's only a few because I've been using them, and I have my Enderman Lover Sword. Those stories behind each of my items and why they called it Enderman Lover is because I had this one at first. I've been watching the Loki series, and you know, it says Daggers Love, so I called it that. And I thought, I want to do Enderman and do not a sword, Enderman Lover. But that's what I use for the weather as well, because it doesn't have knockback. It's my super energy one as well. Over there's a spare chest, ender chest in case I need it. But yeah, this is a really efficient farm and gets me tons of levels and extra if I need it. I don't need to use it now, so I won't use it. But you might see me use it in later streams. Alright, let's turn that volume back up. I have to use 2 rockets here, and now. Why is that? What happened to my audio? But yeah, that is all I have to show you. That is it. So yeah, that's my world, and I will now go over my future plans. So the future plans are to set up more farms. I'd hope to actually make a flower farm one day. I'd hope to make what's it? The Hoglin, is it called? Yeah, we said about earlier, Revenge. Revenge. And I'd hope to set up one of those farms to get leather and food, but I don't really need any of them. But I might just do it for the sake of it. But my next project is something I would love to do. It's called the Cave of Glory. Now, I know what you're saying. Okay, the Cave of Glory, that's the name of the world. But why is it called that? I have no caves here. The closest thing to a cave I have is either the Nether Tunnel, the mines, or the AFK area. None of them are caves. Cave of Glory is my mega base. Mega base, I'm hoping to start tomorrow on stream with you all. But I just said tomorrow, I didn't say date, did I? Shit. So tomorrow is going to be the 24th of July 2021, and I hope to stream then. I'll also be streaming on the Sunday as well. I'm going to try and stream every day I'm off till I'm back at work, and during the holidays I'm going to be streaming weekends and everything. So if you do want to catch me streaming, I will be over on Twitch. This is a stream only series. This is just a video to tell you what I'm going to do and where I'm going to do it. And I do hope you come and join me, as it will be fun with you all to be there. It'll be fun. It will be fun with you all there. English game. So I do hope to see you all there. But the Cave of Glory, what is it, Kane? What is it? Let me show you. Now we all know the 1.17 update is the caves and cliffs. I know what people are going to do is what I'm going to do, but I'm going to make a base, a mega base, inside a 1.16 and below mountain. Right here. This makes space. In this here, I want a huge cave opening. I'll go down into the cave. I'll open up into this huge area. This huge area will only be a huge cave of where I will be having my storage system and super smelter. But there's more. In the cave there'll be these little openings, little openings that have like tunnels that go through. You need to go swooping in and swoop around, and you can go up these elevators and down these and fall through into different rooms. Maybe an enchanting room. Maybe a livestock room. Maybe one follows into the mine. Or maybe there's a tunnel that gets me straight over to the industrial area. Maybe there's even one or another. Or maybe there's a secret one where you have to go in where you hide. Or maybe there's an electric course inside. Maybe it's an electric course, so you got to go round, up, down. I almost die. But I have plans. I have plans for it. Now we're starting that tomorrow, Saturday, 24th of July. I can't wait. So if you want to join me making this huge project a reality, go over to my Twitch at Kane Holt. Find me there. And if you don't know when I'm going to be on, or when I'm going to be streaming, or what I'm going to do, or if you want to know when if I'm not streaming that day, go to my Discord. Go over to my Twitch. There'll be a link there for my Discord. I believe there's also one on YouTube. You go over there, have a chat off camera, off stream, and I'll tell you when I'm streaming or if I'm not. But this is something I've been looking forward to since 1.17 came out. I'm at that point now where I've got decent armor. I've got my iron farm for my beacon. I got my beacon ready for it. I got my tools. I've got everything ready. I got a food source. We can start the mega build. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also nervous as I know I'm not very good at building. For instance, this. It's good, but it's not pro level. So yeah, that's a project. I also have future plans for other things. I have another tunnel design I'd love to do. I actually might show that in my creative world. And all that stone is for another project of where I'd like to design this. But what I'm going to go to, I've got a place or two. Over in a tiger biome where it will snow. What I'm going to do is put in 100 or 200, I think it's around 200 stacks of stone. Place it down, it snows on top of it to make it white, and design a map that will show you where each farm is. I'm going to have a bit of pixel art for the iron golem face, a dripstone, chicken face, egg. I'm looking forward to that project as well. But I think the first thing I need to do is the mega face. I'll get loads of byproduct stone there anyway. So yeah. But before I do that, there's two things I need. I need the iron. I'm not going to find yet for it. And I need a metric crap ton of wood. I've used almost a stack now. I'm just flying around talking to you. But yeah, I hope so. And now, here's a little chat from our sponsor. Okay. Isn't that pretty? Well, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for watching. Go over to my Twitch, go and visit it, see if we want to watch what I do on there with this world. And please try to catch me today or tomorrow, depending on what the date is. I feel like this will be a Saturday job. Please try to catch me streaming, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.